Hello duelists, welcome back to the Crown Corp channel. My name is Bram, and today I have another project update for you because I think it's been a while since the last one. But yeah, there are some things that I'd really like to talk about today, mainly the upcoming Speed Duel product, the GX Duel Academy Box. Then there's also what we're doing right now in the Smart Duel Disc and the Smart Duel Gazer. Some exciting things are happening there. And last but not least, I'd also like to give a quick update about the physical dual disc because it's been a while since we've talked about that, and I know that you're all very curious about it. But yeah, first things first, the GX Duel Academy Box. For those of you who don't know what that is, it is an upcoming Speed Duel product. It's kind of like the Battle City box from a bit over a year ago, I think. So it will be another product which has 8 different decks in them, but this time they are GX themed. So yeah, this means that the Speed Duel format is going to undergo quite a big change with all the new cards that are going to be added, like the Elemental Hero cards, the Roid cards, the Cyber Dragon cards. And although we don't know all the cards that are going to be added to the game, but we already have some hints, and of course Jaden is the main character of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, so yeah, of course, a lot of elemental heroes are going to be added to the game. I really want to do something big around the release of the GX Duel Academy box. I'm not sure what yet, but I already have a lot of elemental hero and Roid 3D models ready. So I'm going to add them to the Smart Duel Gazer. That's something that's certainly going to happen. But I was also thinking about a problem that we currently have. So for example, a couple of months ago, I showcased you some of Joey's models like Red Eyes Black Dragon and Jinzo. But the reason Joey's deck hasn't been added to the app yet is because we are missing some 3D models that we definitely need to finish his deck. We could maybe look into alternatives, but then it wouldn't really be a Joey Wheeler themed deck anymore. We actually do have a lot of 3D models that we can still add to the game, but there are a lot of random 3D models that aren't really used in Duel Monsters, I think. Or maybe some of them are used, but we don't have enough different 3D models to create like a character themed deck. And that is actually why I'm currently looking into deck building, and it's something I actually want to add before the release of the GX Duel Academy box. This means that duelists will be able to create their own decks and duel with those, instead of having to rely on all those pre-built decks that we currently have. And yeah, I think that is an exciting feature that a lot of people are going to be looking forward to, because I know that the pre-built decks are sometimes a bit lackluster. So yeah, duelists will now be able to create their own decks, which is going to be very exciting, of course. But you might be wondering, what are we going to do with all the cards that currently don't have a 3D model? And the answer to that is that monsters for which we don't have a 3D model will currently be handled the same way as spells and traps are. So you'll just be able to see a 3D model of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but of course the front of the card will look different. So yeah, that's the downside of deck building, I guess, that we don't have a 3D model yet for every monster in the Speed Duel format. But yeah, I think that this is a pretty good way to start, and of course we are going to keep adding 3D models as we find them. So yeah, deck building is definitely going to be a big new feature coming to the app, and I guess we'll see how it goes. Then what am I currently working on the Smart Duel disc? Well, I'm currently working on some preparations for the deck building. I've been working on authentication recently, which means that you're going to be able to create an account, sign in, sign out. And the reason an account is needed to be able to use the app is because the decks that you create are going to be tied to your account. So if you sign into a new device, your decks will automatically be available. I'm also working on adding some more sound effects, some background music, and some other small improvements. And these are all things that I wish to finish before the release of the GX Duel Academy box. So yeah, as far as the Smart Duel Gazer goes, I guess that Subtle Dragon is currently doing all the heavy lifting. If you have watched the previous video in which he and I duel, if not, you should definitely check it out. You will have noticed that when a monster attacks, there isn't like a projectile coming out of Blue Eyes White Dragon's mouth, for example, or in Dark Magician attacks, there is no kind of dark magic attack special effect or anything. This is something that we're working on right now, and it's not going to be like a custom attack for every monster in the beginning, but more like reusable projectiles that we can use just to make the game feel a bit more alive. So yeah, making monster attacks a bit cooler is one thing that we're working on right now. Another thing is a cool animation for polymerization. So yeah, with the upcoming GX Duel Academy box, I kind of wonder how many times I've mentioned this product in this video by now. But yeah, of course, it takes place in the GX era, and that had a lot of fusion summoning in it. So yeah, it would be kind of cool to have some kind of cool fusion animation when a user activates polymerization or fusion gates or another fusion card. And that is also something that we're looking into right now. So yeah, lots of cool things can be expected from the Smart Duel Gazer. So last but not least, the physical dual disc. We actually talk about it a lot, but it's mainly on the Discord server. So if you're not a member yet, there's a link in the description you can use to join, and you can always just join the conversation in the physical dual disc channel. But yeah, as I've mentioned in the past, I'm not currently working on a physical dual disc, but several members in the community are. And I think that the person closest to having a fully working prototype is actually, again, Subtle Dragon. So I think he already has all or most of the sensor that he needs and all the wiring is already done. But the biggest two problems right now are that one, currently it's just a bunch of sensors and wires and all that. It looks a bit messy. There is no dual disc shell yet. Yeah, I don't really think that is super necessary to have a functioning prototype. But the biggest problem there is right now is that there is a problem where the physical dual disk can't connect to the Smart Duel server for some reason. We don't know why yet. It's something we're looking into. And yeah, I'll certainly keep you updated because it would be kind of cool to have a working physical dual disk by the time the GX Academy Box, there I said it again, by the time that product is released. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about today. I hope you found it informative, and if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them on Discord or on Twitter or in the comments down below. Talking about Twitter and Discord, those ways are probably the best to stay up to date with the latest news and information about the Smart Duel project. And I also want to say thank you to all the patrons who are still supporting us on Patreon. It's because of you that we can keep doing what we're doing right now. So yeah, the future of the Smart Duel project is looking pretty bright. There are lots of exciting things on the horizon, along with a cool new product that you all should know the name of by now. I'm not going to mention it again. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I also hope to see you next time.